Hi guys, welcome to the next video. So this is a website speed optimization for one of our clients, careconnectberry.co.uk. So at the minute, fully loaded time is 5 seconds, as you can see. 1st of March 2019, 10:15. Yes, crazy working on a Friday night, but this is what happens when you're self-employed. So just wanted to do a quick video, show you how easy it is to increase the speed of a website. 5 seconds isn't too bad, but really we want to get that down to as close to 3 seconds as we can, because the quicker the site loads, for every second quicker that we can get it, we end up with more traffic, higher rankings, and obviously better conversions and better retargeting and people coming back to our website because it is super fast. Imagine if you searched for 3 care companies in Bury and you visited 3 websites and this one stood out because it was, not only is it the best looking website, because I've done it, and I'm not blowing my own trumpet there. If you want to check out the other care company websites, you'll see that this one is really nice design compared to the others, but it does have a lot of resources, so that's why it loads a little bit slower. So that's why I'm going to speed it up today. As you can see, there's my link in the footer. You can tell that I've definitely done this website. So basically, all you need to do, you can do this yourself if you know how to log into your WordPress. All you need to do is, first things first, run it through the gtmetrics.com tool, which I have done. So go to gtmetrics.com, put in your domain name, and then click Analyze. Then it'll bring up the report. As you can see, I've done most things correctly, but we need to improve these scores here. Leverage browser caching, deferred parsing of JavaScript. Now I know what plugin is required to do that, and in most cases you will need to install this plugin. So I just urge everyone to install this plugin and then retest it to see how faster it will load. So I will go to we'll have to log in. Bear with us. So I've logged in. So it's as simple as going to plugins, add new, search plugins, WP fastest cache, like that. It's that one with the leopard on. Look out for this. Install. Activate. And then I'll run through the settings that this plugin you need to manually do on this plugin. So once it's activated, we just come down to, actually first things first, what I'll do is I will update the old plugins, because this can have a little bit of an effect on speed. So if you have any plugins at this stage, just update them like I'm doing now. And another note is delete any plugins that you are not using anymore. But if you don't know whether your site's using them, just leave them in there, just update them. I know personally that this particular plugin, obviously it's a maintenance page, so we're not using that anymore. So I'll delete that one. News ticker, yes we are doing that. Duplicate page, not using that anymore. I'll just explain why these slow the site down sometimes, and it's because of the code in the background. A lot of plugins are bloated, so there'll be lines of code where it ends up kind of trying to load. Probably not the 2 that I've deleted, if I'm honest. Hello Dolly is a standard plugin that comes with every WordPress installation. I always delete them just to save space on my server. It's just me being a bit of a nerd. So I'll continue to update these. Once I've done that, I'll come back. As you can see, we've updated more or less all the plugins. Can't update these 2 because they need new licenses, but we actually don't need to purchase them. They're absolutely fine, and they won't be slowing the site down. Just wanted to quickly show you as well, everybody needs to be getting the HTTPS setting now, because it started to show it in the search engines. So imagine if someone searched for care company in Bury, and then in search engines you have Care Connect, and then the next company, and yours was the one that showed up as secure with a nice padlock next to it, rather than says, you know, not secure, like my particular website does. The only reason I've not secure. The only reason I've not upgraded is because I very rarely use this website. It was a website that we did for to get ranked for Web Design Berry, which is what we did. We're number one in the organic listings. I am actually going to buy an SSL certificate for this website. I am going to keep it. So yeah, sorry for going off script there. So let's go back to our plugin. So we need to log back in. So go to our installed plugins, make sure it's activated, so it is. So here we go, WP Fastest Cache. And all we need to do is enable. You copy the settings that I'm doing here, click Home Page. Clear all cache, and then just check every single checkbox and click Submit. Now this plugin is free. You can get a premium version, which is where you can optimize images, but I actually use another free plugin to optimize images, so there's no need to use that. So let's go ahead now and see if that's made any difference. Hopefully it's sped it up, you know, even if it's by half a second, it's better than nothing. So we'll go to GT Metrics. We will find our too many tabs open. So paste in let that run. So as you can see, we've managed to reduce that quite significantly by over, well, 25%. We've increased it by. It's down to 3.8 seconds. This will actually go a little bit lower if I'm honest. When that was loading, we can probably get this down to 3 seconds hopefully, which is the magic number. So obviously at this stage, just do exactly what I've just done there, see what your figure is, and I'm going to move on to the next one in a second, which is the image compression. So yeah, have a go yourself, pause the video, and then come back and watch the rest of the video. Let's see if we can get this down further. So basically, all we're going to do is, let me close some of these down because we don't need all these open. So we'll go back to our dashboard. We go to plugins again, click on add new. This next plugin is called WP Smush, and what this does is compress your images. There is a free version and a pro version. The pro version compresses images to twice the size as the free version, which means obviously the site will load faster, but the free version is still absolutely brilliant and will reduce our speed a little bit. Not sure by how much, because every website is different, every image compression is different, and so we run it, we won't know. So once it's installed and activated, we go to the settings. And it's just very, very simple. These plugins are made for beginners. They're not made for developers like myself. So you should be easily be able to do this. So begin setup, and then just make sure these are checked. They always are, to be fair. Finish setup wizard. Now it's going to be checking our images. So here it says, Stephen, you have 120 attachments that need smushing, which is just a playful word for compressing. Another feature of the Pro version is basically the bulk smush button. In the free version, it only does 50 images at a time, and then you've got to come back and press resume. Whereas the Pro version, you just press it. Now, when it's 120 images, then it's not a problem. It's when there's 1,000 that it could get quite tedious. So it depends on the size of your website, really. So basically, the first thing we do is we go to enable image resizing, and we look at our largest image, which is 1200 by 1024. and just leave these settings be. I always do check this. I think it's a good feature. Make sure these, not make sure these are checked. They're the pro features. So basically, what this does, I mean, the pro version is very good, but it's not cheap. We have a development account with this company, so we pay quite a high monthly fee to have all the plugins that these provide, because they are very good plugins for every eventuality that we need, from booking systems to forms to quizzes to there's hundreds of things that we can do. But the free version is fine for now. If you do want your website to be super speedy, then you would have to obviously inquire with myself. We would have to do it for you at a cost of £49. So if that is of interest for you, obviously there's no point you doing all the other work, because we include that with that as well. So it's just up to you. If you've got the time to do it yourself and it works, then that's fine. If it doesn't speed up as much as you're happy with, then you can always come back to us. That's absolutely fine. There's no obligation to obviously come and use ourselves. You can always go somewhere else and ask them to do any checks. But hopefully you can see from this video, how much value we try and provide over other agencies. We like to produce these videos to not only show that we know what we're doing, but we create websites that convert and not just look pretty. You can see this site looks nice, but if it doesn't load fast, there's absolutely no point. And there's a lot of developers out there now where they're not bothered about website speed. Because they know as long as you kind of get a bit blindsided by, you'll never really check the speed unless it's noticeable on the phone. Even if it's 6 seconds and it loads, most people are happy with that. But that's because you don't know that 6 seconds, if it loaded in 3 seconds, you would get 14% more visitors to your website. It's a huge number that. You're leaving money on the table if you don't speed up your website. So hopefully this does work for you. So once you've done that setting there, sorry for going on there, make sure they're all checked, and then you click update settings, which is what we did. We got the green tick, and then we just literally click the bulk smush now button, and I'll pause this now because it can take a few minutes. I'll come back to it. See you in a second. So while this is running, I'm just going to run through the GT metrics report for Care Connect. I've just for information as well, I've run a report on my website. As you can see, obviously I've done a little bit more work on my website. It's got an A rating, 90%, which is you're never going to get 100%. And the amount of time to spend to get it to 100%, there literally will be hardly any movement in this figure. So cost effectiveness is just not applicable there. So as you can see, that's my website, and it loads in two. It actually loads. This tool isn't 100% accurate. So sometimes it loads in 1.5 seconds. Sometimes it loads in 2. Sometimes it loads in 2.5. It never loads over 2.5 seconds. So I'm happy with that. And like I said, I could improve that even further if I wanted, but less than 3 seconds is absolutely fine. So I just want to show you the difference. So it gives you all these figures. You obviously don't need to look at the ones that are green already. So for instance, Care Connect Berry, defer parsing of JavaScript. Now that's not going to mean anything to you if you're not a developer. And we can't really improve the score much more because of the theme that we're running on Care Connect. It's nothing to do with the way that we've coded it, because we didn't code the theme. We've used a premium theme and then altered it to change. We could, deal with this if it's a massive problem. If this doesn't shift closer to 3 seconds once we've done what we're doing now, which is the image compression here. So just to refer back, the basic version, it's done 50 images. We have to click resume to do the next 50, and then we'll have to click resume to do the next 20. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, the GT metrics gives you just press the little down arrow button, and then you can actually look exactly what, you know, needs to be done. It's an absolutely amazing tool and it's free. Probably means nothing to you, but again, just wanted to show you. So I'll come back to you when this has finished. So that's been done. So let's go ahead and test if it's made any difference. I don't think, if I'm honest. So it was at 3.8. I don't think it's going to have made much difference. So retest. No, it has a little bit. So yeah, we're down to 3.1. So like I said at the start of the video, you know, we was at 5 seconds, which, you know, you might be thinking 5 seconds to 3 seconds, you know, what kind of difference does that make? But when you've got somebody, you know, everybody's so time sensitive now, and in terms of marketing, speed is everything. For instance, just a few facts. You've literally got 5 seconds to engage a client. So if they've not even landed on your website, you know, after 5 seconds, and you're already, you know, fighting a losing battle, especially if they visit like 3 or 4 websites and they do load quickly. They're just always going to, you know, they're just always going to, it's kind of a psychological aspect to it. So, you know, just every second that we've increased a website, you get 7% more conversions, 11% more views, and 20% less customer, you know, dissatisfaction, for instance, you know. And if the website doesn't load within 5 seconds, there's a 50% chance that that person isn't going to view your website ever again. So if they're just looking for information today on a Friday, for instance, but they're not going to make a buying decision till Monday, they've already searched care companies in Bury, for example. They've looked at 4 or 5 websites. There's a 50% chance that if your website doesn't load, you know, within 3 to 4 seconds, if it loads over 5 seconds, you know, half the chance of losing that client. And these are facts from, you know, cold hard marketing studies that have been done on thousands of websites. You know, they're not random figures that I'm making up. There is an article about it online. I'll put the link below. So hopefully you can see how easy it is to improve the speed of a website. And you might actually be thinking at this stage, well, why didn't I do this to this particular website when we first developed it? And basically, when we first started this business and we were doing the web design, we knew our websites loaded, you know, quick enough, but obviously this last 2 years, speed has become such an important issue, which is why we've, you know, attended the relevant courses to learn about speed and how to, you know, increase the speed of WordPress websites in particular. If you notice, 90%, in fact over 90% now of my work is on WordPress. So we are a specialist WordPress design company, so to speak, which is again why we're putting together the free training library as well, because obviously we want to be seen as the go-to guides for WordPress websites. So you'll probably see this website changing over the next couple of months. If you're watching this video and it's, you know, April, June 2019, because obviously these videos will be watched throughout the year, you probably won't even recognise our website, to be honest, but you'll hopefully, you know, absorb the information and see that we are doing a lot more than most agencies. You know, a lot of agencies might send you a quotation document and mention that they do website speed optimization. You know, they'll chuck it in there. It sounds nice and fancy, but they won't show you exactly what they do. And going forward, every single website that we do, we will do this as standard for every new website. Existing clients obviously will have to pay because the price that they paid for their website was lower than what a new client is paying, because obviously we're offering a lot more value. You know, and some of our clients had their websites done 5 years ago, you know, so, and prices change. So, you know, we still offer great value for money. You know, WordPress web design starts at $349 for a 5-page website. That includes a domain, hosting, email, social media integration, Google My Business listing, speed optimization, security, the full package. You literally don't need anything else. It's mobile and tablet friendly as standard. You may need kind of, if you've not got a logo, you may need a logo, and we can offer that for £30 as a discount if you have the website done. So we do have a lot of offers and a lot of value. So you're best off checking our social channels out: Facebook, YouTube. I think I showed them earlier. All you need to do, go to the links on my website, obviously click them, give us a like. Same with the YouTube channel. In fact, the YouTube channel linking from this website goes to Vida Media, which is my video and animation business. This is where we do all the animated stuff, but it is still the same business. So you can give this a subscribe to. But then also, if you search in YouTube and just put in Stephen the web designer, that's where all the website material is. So as you can see, up to now we've got probably over 50 videos at the minute, but this is going to have hundreds of videos on eventually. For instance, how to add testimonials, speed up your WordPress in 60 seconds. This channel is going to be the go-to place eventually for everything to do with WordPress. We're trying to educate all our clients, new and old, how to do things for themselves to keep costs down, because obviously when you have a website done and you just want, say you want a new gallery add-in, we're going to have a video for that. If you want a new testimonial add-in, you're going to be able to come here, watch the video. They're not all going to be this long, 20 minutes long. For instance, adding a testimonial, it'll be a 2-minute video. Adding a gallery might be a 3-minute video, 4-minute video, but it will save you a lot of money in the long run. Obviously, if you want us to do the work, that's absolutely fine too. We offer discounted hourly rates for our existing clients too. So hopefully you've learned something new, and I'll see you in another video. Or if you've got any questions as well, then feel free to obviously ask them through the Facebook page, or send me an email through my website, contact form or email here. Cheers guys!